Hey, welcome back to another round of the flag quiz. It's more exciting than watching grass grow and definitely less stressful than parallel parking. This quiz is going to be an easy one. I'll show you 4 national flags and a country name. I'll also give you some interesting trivia about the country, and then you just need to guess the flag. Got it? Righto, let's get started. So which of these 4 flags belongs to Ireland? Ireland, the country that conjures up images of lively folk music being played at a pub while everyone drinks their Guinness. What's less well known is that it's home to some of the world's most sophisticated prehistoric astronomical sites like Newgrange, which is older than Stonehenge and precisely aligned to capture the winter solstice sunrise. You may also be surprised to learn that the Irish invented Halloween. Yeah, that's right, the festival of Samhain evolved into what we now know as Halloween when Irish immigrants brought it to America. And what's their flag? It's this one, not to be confused with the Ivory Coast, which looks almost identical. Here, the green represents the Catholic population and their Gaelic heritage, as green is the traditional colour. White is for peace and unity, and the red? Well, for once there's no red. Instead there's orange, representing the Protestant population. So in all, this is a flag of unity. How nice. Next up is Singapore. This tiny city country is perhaps most well known for its strict laws and cleanliness. That's right, chewing gum is illegal and could land you in jail, so please leave that at home. It's also known for some stunning architecture such as the Marina Bay Sands, the Singapore Flyer, and the Jewel, featuring an enormous indoor waterfall. And what's their flag? This one, not to be confused with Indonesia. The crescent moon represents a rising young nation, and the 5 stars represent Singapore's ideals of democracy, peace, progress, justice, and equality. Red here is actually for the brotherhood of the people, and white is of course for purity and virtue. Question 3. 4 more flags, but which one belongs to Syria? If you've ever heard people talking about a Damascus moment, it refers to the story of Saul, who was on his way from Jerusalem to Damascus, the capital of Syria, to arrest followers of Jesus. Somewhere along the route, he experienced a divine encounter that left him a completely changed man. There you go. Also, did you know that despite being in the Middle East, a place associated with deserts, Syria has snow and skiing? Now, did you guess the flag? Surely you did, with all that information. Well, okay, the flag has actually recently changed. The flag has reverted to the pan-Arab colours of green, representing the early Islamic Caliphate period, white representing the period when Damascus was the capital of the Islamic world, and black for the Caliphate during the time of the Prophet Muhammad. The red stars represent the blood of martyrs and the 3 historical regions of Syria. Moving south to America now, which is the flag of Ecuador? If it's any help, it's similar to those of Venezuela and Colombia. Okay, maybe that didn't help. But Ecuador in Spanish literally means equator, and features a monument just outside Quito, Ecuador's capital, that denotes the precise point of the middle of the world. Except that thanks to GPS, it was found to be off by 240 meters. But the French geodesic team were doing the best they could with the technology available in 1736. Also, the country's national tree is the cinchona, whose bark produces quinine, crucial for treating malaria. And due to the Earth's equatorial bulge, Mount Chimborazo's peak is actually farther from Earth's centre than Mount Everest, making it the closest point to outer space. Anyway, getting back to the flag, the theme of this quiz. Which is it? Did you get it? The colours all make perfect sense. Yellow for sunshine, grain, mineral wealth, and fertile soil. The blue symbolises the sky, sea, and rivers. The red represents the blood shed by the soldiers and martyrs of the battles of independence. The next country is North Korea, or officially the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Though I'm not sure if it's really democratic, being a one-party state with strict authoritarian government. The country has been ruled by the Kim dynasty since 1948 and is isolationist and secretive. The country has significant natural resources and would be potentially wealthy if developed. But no, they instead focus on having one of the world's largest standing armies, their own calendar, 28 government-approved haircuts, single candidate elections, and 99% literacy rate, although the curriculum is heavily focused on political ideology. And their flag? If you guess the one that looks kinda communist, you'd be right, where red represents the revolutionary spirit, the bloodshed by Korean patriots in the struggle for independence, and the country's communist ideology. The red star was originally about communism and socialism, but now symbolises the country's revolutionary spirit and the guiding role of the Workers' Party of Korea. The other colours are white for purity and blue for peace. And that's the midway point. How are you going so far? Enjoying the quiz? If you are, then now might be a handy time to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Okay, let's get back into it. Just another 5 to go. Now let's discuss Slovakia, which is one of these 4 flags. Known as one of the world's largest car producers per capita, you may not know that it has one of the highest numbers of castle and chateau per capita. Slovaks also consume approximately 80 litres of beer per person annually, making them the world's top beer consumers, surpassing even Germany. Now, if you know how averages work, not everyone will be a beer drinker, so there must be some people chugging a lot more than that. Anyway, can you guess the flag? It's this one, which is similar to Serbia's, albeit upside down. Can you guess what the colours mean? If you're thinking white for purity, peace and snow, blue for loyalty and vigilance, and red for bravery and strength, you'll be right. Well done. Heading to a more arid climate, you might recognise this as the planet Tatooine in Star Wars. That's right, Tunisia, the country that gave us couscous and produces more than half the world's dates. The country is renowned for its rich ancient history, particularly as the location of ancient Carthage, the powerful empire that challenged Rome. So, did you guess the flag correctly? There's a lot of red here, which, as you can probably guess, represents bloodshed for independence from various powers over time. The crescent represents Islam and the star, its 5 pillars. White is for peace and Islam. Heading east takes us now to Afghanistan, and as you can probably guess, one of these flags is the flag of Afghanistan. As usual, here's some trivia that may help you guess correctly. Afghanistan is famous for being called the graveyard of empires due to its history of successfully resisting foreign invasions and occupations throughout centuries. But despite decades of conflict, the country has a strong tradition of hospitality and elaborate social customs. It's also home to the world's largest hand-woven carpet, measuring 60,546 square feet, which earned it a Guinness World Record. Additionally, the sport of polo originated in Afghanistan and northern Pakistan around the 6th century BC, initially as a training game for elite cavalry units. But unfortunately, the country also produces 80% of the world's illegal opium, which creates social and political problems. Now the flag is this one, which is the one officially recognised, not the Taliban one. The colour scheme is similar to other Arab flags, with the black representing the dark and troubled past, the red is for bloodshed of course, and green is for prosperity, hope, and the Islamic faith. The emblem features a mosque surrounded by wheat, which symbolises its agricultural heritage. No man, on to Jamaica. Sorry, that was probably the worst Jamaican impression. However, the Jamaican accent is fondly regarded in English-speaking countries. As the home of reggae, it's known for its Rastafarian culture, beautiful beaches, and expensive coffee. If you're planning a Caribbean holiday, be sure to sample their local rum, made from cane sugar of course. And their flag? It's one of the few flags that doesn't feature red, or white, or blue, those colours being common for peace and the sky or ocean. Nonetheless, there is green to represent the agricultural resources, yellow for wealth and sunlight, and black for the strength of the Jamaican people. The diagonal cross is unique among Caribbean flags and creates a recognisable eye-catching pattern. Perhaps something to remember for the next time someone asks you about the Jamaican flag. And now, it's time for the last flag question. This might be a tricky one. Iceland, land of volcanoes and hot springs. Also home to the world's most northern capital, Reykjavik, which is where you'll find 1/3 of the population. But why visit just the capital when there are over 130 volcanoes to visit that collectively account for 1/3 of the world's lava flow? Hot stuff! Now, if you're worried about having to learn Icelandic, which is still relatively similar to Old Norse, you'll be relieved to hear that most of the population speaks English. Some also speak Danish too, if that's your preferred language. And their flag? It features the Nordic cross, with blue representing the mountains when looked at from the coast, white is the snow and ice that covers the country for most of the year, and the red is for the volcanoes and all of the lava. And there you have it, all 10 questions done. How'd you do? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know if there are any other quiz topics you think I should make videos about. And just one final reminder to like and subscribe. Thanks for playing along, and I'll see you in the next one.